said, it's important to be able to have someone maybe standing in front of your horses when you are harnessing them up to a wagon or carriage or etc. And the reason for that is there could be some commotions going on in other areas that might would catch their attention, and you want to be sure that that doesn't happen. That's very important. So it's always nice. Now, if you got them tied to a hitching rail, it's not a problem. You know, naturally they're not going to do anything. But like you have this wagon back there, once we harness them, we're going to lead them to the wagon and try to train them to come in so we can hook up first. That's what you hook up first, and then you go from there with the trace chain. Now, when it comes back to harnessing, a lot of people have different ways to harness. But I'm going to try to just tell y'all, I guess the best thing to do first is put the bridle on. The reason why I say that, bridle has blinders and they don't see basically what you're doing all the time. And chances are some horses will have a tendency to move around, etc. But anyway, I recommend you put the bridle on first, and that's the last thing you take off when you unharness them. First thing you put on it, some people call it the head stall, we call it the bridle. So we don't get you confused there. It has two names for it. So, and you will find out that I normally, most harnesses carries a 17-foot line. These are what we call check lines. Some people call them double lines. A lot of people call them team lines. I'm trying to just get you to understand, but I call them check lines. We'll call them that. That means that it's for two horses. And my lines are 20 feet long. The reason for that is because if you were to pull up with this wagon, you're the only one in the wagon. You could take your lines in your hand, carry them right around the side of these horses, come right up and snap the lead ropes. And never let go of that steering wheel. That's what I call, the driving lines is what I call the steering wheel. That's so important. And before you leave here today, I'm going to make absolutely sure that if you do have a problem with that horse, it's not because that harness is not adjusted properly. Because I'm going to make sure that you understand every piece of this harness. I'm going to make sure that you understand how it's supposed to fit. Hames, collar, if you're doing pads, the breeching, the holdbacks, the bridle, it's extremely important. When I come up to put this headset, we'll install a bridle on. Come here. Come on. I don't try to steer him with it. Take my hand like this. A lot of people put that. See, he's not used to this really. What you have to do is put it in his mouth like that and take your thumb. He won't bite you. He's busy eating. Old headset. Got me used to it. See there? I know to hold it back. See, this is what we call it. Heads. Okay. All right, now. Okay. This is what we call the blinders. I want the blinders in the centered eyeballs. Centered eyes. This is really important. Now, this is what we call the throat latch. Right here, it comes underneath here and it hooks. Well, you see it's pretty long here. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this one, carry it all the way up there. Well, put it there. And then we're going to put it back. We're going to hopefully slid out all the way over here. We're almost there. I'll show you how it needs to be. Okay. All right. See right here, gentlemen? That's snug, but it ain't choking him. We could go up one more to that notch right there, and that's pretty cotton picking tight. But I'm talking about as far as on the headset here. But it's not too tight on him. So you won't know how to move this one. What you would do is move the other side, so it'd be easier. See here now? Now, all right, now, I want a wrinkle in that lip with that bit. I don't have it yet, it's too loose. I want a wrinkle like this right here. Watch this, a lot of people don't know this. See, I want a wrinkle like that, see? So we're gonna have to take that up right here. just quick. Okay. Try it for you. All right, now, that's a 24-26. Right? Okay. Okay, now this is real important. All right, now I want y'all to look careful. This is so important fitting the collar. I don't want my fist in there, I want my hand in there. Okay. I want my hand in there, I don't want my fist in there. See, I can't really get my fist in there, I almost can. This collar's almost close. But it's all right for him. I will tell you though that these particular harnesses, a lot of harnesses don't come with what we call a tail crumper. A tail crumper is this right here. It goes around the horse's tail. It helps hold it. It helps hold the harness in line. It helps hold it. It keeps it from sliding from side to side, etc. These things are real nice to have on a harness, and that's one reason why they're a little bit more expensive. Also, this harness comes with keepers. And you'll find out that when we go to adjust this harness on this horse, these keepers are really aggravating because they're hard to adjust. But once you adjust them, they'll be fine. And that's the keeper right there. The only thing you're gonna wear out about this harness is right there against that ring. Well, this keeper's in there. You know, this keeper. That's the problem. See right here? See that keeper there? This keeper. Everywhere. See there? There's a keeper. Yes, sir. See? And you'll see a keeper here. Where that ring is, a keeper. That keeps that harness from wearing. That keeps it from cracking. Makes it keeps it looking good all the time. That's snug. That's all we want. That's snug. That just is. You say, well, what would you do if we had to do any more? Real simple. Here's what we do. We take that and we shorten it, and then we do some more hole punching or another hole punch too, and get it like the way we want it. I believe if anyone was to walk up to you and look at these horses' harness, they would tell you, well, this horse shouldn't be harnessed this way. This won't happen because I'm not patting myself on the back. I've sold a many harnesses. I'm not patting myself on the back, but if he tells you this horse harness right, he probably doesn't know how to harness one himself. I mean, I'll be honest with you. You can get a book, it'll tell you too. It'll tell you how that bridle's supposed to fit. It'll tell you how that collar's supposed to fit. It'll tell you all that. I've seen them with the breeches straps that far under the belly. I've seen them with the breeches way down here to about to the knees. I see some of everything when you go out. But when these horses leave here, you won't see. This is what I call the breeches. This is the top of the back of that's what I call the spider. This is called a back band. And this right here, gather up my arms, this is called a hang. I take it just like this in my hand. Put it on. See? I don't tangle it up. Hangs, back band, spider, brick. Just like that. See, he's not had any on him in a while. So we just approach him easy, see? Easy. Just approach him easy. Don't go up there and throw it on him. Okay? Push it right in. That's all you gotta do. Just don't throw it on him. Throw it right over him. Body goes right there in the middle. Cross it. Put on a lot easier than that. Okay, now. All right, we've laid it up there on him. Now, you will take these hands. They're set on the 26 marking. Okay, well, how do you know that? Because these hands are 26. Yeah. Napoleon, that's just as much tighter than that, man. Top. Come on in on them. Just gonna let that hang right there for a minute. Okay. Let me show you this. All right, we had to bring them in at the top, Napoleon. Okay. Had to bring these things in at the top more. Okay? So they'll fit on the band. You had to get you adjusted up here like I'm having to do to pull you. This is gonna throw you off if you don't. Probably gonna have to go ahead and go in the last notch. But they're running out. Now we're beginning to get somewhere. Now it's fitting in there. Now, it'll work this way. New.
Did you get the part? He wanted that like right there. See where it's sitting between their hips. He said there.
I can try to grab those boots, man.
And then he said right here. He wanted that sitting there.
I mean, he can come down there and see if they're feeding man.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean 6. So we're the same right. Let's see what we got.
A little bit of damage but I know it's not how wood. How wood. And man, you want to
Back band is very tall.
he can call me, man. He can come this way. And I'll pin him the location where we at. And he can just come on and see what we got.
On both of them, you want them very top.
Well, look, when you go see Fred, because I probably go to see him, don't stress him out.
Pretty good now.
Tell him I'm sorry, too.
Okay, now the next.
All right, bro. Later.
Just right. Right here. I want it snug. That's the last notch that shows you ain't gonna be snug. So what we're gonna have to do, we're gonna punch a hole here and a hole here. We're gonna punch one on the other side and get it where we can get. That's it right there. That's as snug as I want it right there.
So you don't want it tight like a girth, you just want it snug.
Perfect. That's good. See, I took it up. Too tight. That's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, yeah. Never mind. That's perfect. Almost. I'm gonna hook the wagon twist. I'll do like that. Probably. See. Might readjust it some more in a minute. Right now we're gonna leave it. I'll put a tail crumple on the pole and show them how. I'll do one side and come under the tail. Try not to get no hair on it. Mm-hmm. I want it snug. Snug the other side. Snug the other side. Yeah, everybody. All right, now. All right. Okay. Here's what we're going to do now. Y'all pay close attention to this. Once you get him going, once you hook him up to your wagon, you want to keep that head up. You want to keep that head up. You don't want him holding it down. It makes it look good. And before you come in there, watch this. See, that's going to pull that back. That's going to pull that tail off a bit. You hit it. And when you go to stop him, and you finish driving him to a wagon or carriage or anything, you just need to go ahead and undo this as you're coming up and snap his lead rope. Go ahead and undo this. And it is standing. When we go to harness him again in 15 minutes, we got him going. You follow what I'm saying? Bridles, collar, then the harness. It's just that simple.
That doesn't seem right.
Oh, you got to pull that.
Be 5 to 6 inches. But it actually needs to be 9 to 10 inches difference. See right here? That's 8 inches. See? That will work, but we're going to do a little butter now. All right, if you'll gather that line up, bring your rings. Try to come up. Got that on. Beckle. Okay, now watch me this. There's one line shorter than the other one. We call it a continuous line. And what we mean by that is it continues. That's your short line, it continues. This one here is been sewed to it, see? But it's the longer one, see right there? But the continuous line, see, is this one right here. It continues all the way. That will help you remember the short line. Short line always goes on the outside. Right there. Okay, now, you lay this line over like this. And here's where a lot of people don't know what to do. It goes in this ring, always in this ring first. Always remember it. Then it crosses over to this horse. Crosses over to this horse. See? Now, you know what to do now. Put your other line, put your short one over there, cross over this, and you got it. Oh yeah. There you go. I just put them close together.
Go through here first.
Short one.
Yeah.
Short one goes there. I'm gonna let y'all do it so you remember. It's in the bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go, the buckle's outside, that's correct. Okay? All right. Be sure that it goes in the hangs. All right. Okay. Now. All right, now. Be sure that goes in his hangs. Always remember that. Then it crosses over right here. Then you got them hooked up. Is that long? All right. Now, I'm going to take these horses. Now, go ahead and unstrap the lead lines. Got them? All right.
You're good?
I to the left, you to the right. You back. You to the right, watch you hit it. Go back. How back? Easy. Easy. Whoa, now, whoa. Pull back. Now watch me pull it back. Oh, now, hold. Watch me now. We're tugged first. It's called traces, tugs, proper name. See, we may have to go all the way. We don't know yet. Always hook in the side. If they were to take off, you would be able to get out and you wouldn't get hung up. We just gonna make, in other words, we just gonna make this thing work. There ain't nothing we can't do. We're gonna see what it does. We'll hook it all the way. No big deal. Hook the inside one first.
Hung up in that trace over there.
Now, Oh, I'm gonna make sure everything's right before we take off. Just here. Hold right there. Hold right there. That yoke's sticking out, but it won't hurt them. The yoke's sticking out. You're gonna draw pretty tight on the britchin. All right, before we take off, we got to make sure everything's all right.
Slide so you can make it wherever you want to make it.
Go back. Go back. That's good. That's good.
Let him go.
Go back. I knew these were #1 horses to start with. Let's not get anybody. This makes it all worthwhile out there. All that hard sweaty work, this makes it all worthwhile now. Makes it all worthwhile. All right, underneath next. All right, undo you. There you go. Undo that. It comes right on up as you're going. You got something to undo about every foot or so. Then take that off your hands, the yoke strap. I tell you, I don't like it slinging around there. A lot of people leave it hooked to one side. I take it off. I don't want it there. Undo your hands. You're ready to come off. It's just that simple, guys. See? Need to wash it, but we'll wash it later. Watch the sweat on it. I want to go home ugly. Excuse me. Y'all might want to cut them hang straps a little bit and trim them, make them butter a bit better. I take it off like I showed you. There you go. See there now? Hangs first, back bend. Right here. Hangs first, back bend. Right here. That's it. Hang the britches. That's it. There you go. Wash them off. That's it. Now for that. Well, like I say, we'll just take the collar off from now on. Okay. Let me make a real good strong point here. Okay. You'll know when you go to collar these horses, put collars on. You'll know you need to stick your hand there and not your fist, so you'll know how much to bring that up. You'll know. It'll tell you. That's all you got to do. Oh, that feels good. Slip them back. There you go. Now, all right, bridle's last. I do the throat latch. I call it the throat latch right there. That's it. That bridle will come right off. Now, I know I made it look simple, but I tell you what, by y'all doing it, I hang on the hands. Most of the time you don't have to. By letting y'all do that one, you'll get an idea. Everybody's got an idea. You know,